Samuel L. Jackson through the years. His journey to movie franchise king, E.T. Vault unlocked. The man who conquered Hollywood. In the sprawling history of American cinema, few faces are as instantly recognizable, and few voices as distinct as that of Samuel L. Jackson. Often referred to as the coolest man in Hollywood, Jackson's career is not merely a collection of roles. It is a cultural phenomenon. From a menacing intensity of Jules Winnfield in Pulp Fiction to the strategic brilliance of Nick Fury in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Jackson has redefined what it means to be a movie star. However, the path to becoming the movie franchise king was neither short nor easy. Unlike the overnight stars who find fame in their 20s, Samuel L. Jackson's journey is a masterclass in persistence, discipline, and the power of a second chance. This E.T. Vault Unlocked retrospective explores his early struggles with addiction and activism, his breakthrough in midlife, and his eventual domination of the global box office. The formative years, Atlanta and the Civil Rights Movement. Samuel Leroy Jackson was born in Washington, D.C., but raised in the segregated South of Chattanooga, Tennessee. Growing up as an only child in a household led by his mother and grandparents, Jackson was surrounded by a community that valued education and resilience. The spark of performance. Initially, Jackson didn't set out to be an actor. He attended Morehouse College in Atlanta with the intention of becoming a marine biologist. However, after joining a local acting group to earn extra credits, he discovered a passion for the stage. It was during these years that his legendary speech patterns, often punctuated by a slight stutter, he overcame through performance, began to take shape. Activism and exile. Jackson's college years coincided with the height of the Civil Rights Movement. Following the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in 1968, Jackson was an usher at King's funeral. His activism, however, took a radical turn when he participated in a protest that involved holding Morehouse trustees hostage to demand curriculum changes. This led to a 2-year suspension. During this exile in Los Angeles, he worked as a social worker, but the pull of the stage eventually brought him back to Atlanta to finish his degree in drama. The New York grind and the battle within. In the 1970s and 80s, Jackson moved to New York City, joining the prestigious Negro Ensemble Company. This era was defined by the grind. He worked alongside future legends like Morgan Freeman and Denzel Washington, performing in off-Broadway plays for little pay. The shadow of addiction. Despite his talent, Jackson's career was hampered by a decade-long struggle with alcohol and drug abuse, particularly crack cocaine. He was a functioning addict, capable of performing on stage while under the influence, but his personal life was spiraling. It wasn't until his wife, LaTanya Richardson, and daughter found him passed out in the kitchen that he finally entered rehabilitation. The turning point, jungle fever. Remarkably, just 2 weeks after leaving rehab in 1991, Jackson took on the role of Gator, a crack addict, in Spike Lee's Jungle Fever. He later noted that playing the role was cathartic. His performance was so powerful that the Cannes Film Festival created a special Best Supporting Actor category just to honor him. At 43 years old, Samuel L. Jackson had finally arrived. The Tarantino era and cultural iconography. If Jungle Fever opened the door, Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction, 1994, blew it off the hinges. As Jules Winnfield, Jackson delivered the most famous monologue in modern cinema history, the Ezekiel 25, verse 17 speech. Redefining the bad guy. Through Tarantino's lens, Jackson became the face of a new kind of cinema. Hyperverbal, stylized, and unapologetically cool. He earned an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor, and more importantly, he became a household name. This partnership with Tarantino would continue through Jackie Brown, Django Unchained, and The Hateful Eight, cementing Jackson as a permanent fixture in the A-list. The franchise king, Star Wars, MCU, and beyond. What separates Samuel L. Jackson from his peers is his sheer volume of work and his strategic entry into massive intellectual properties, IPs. Mace Windu and the Purple Lightsaber. When George Lucas cast him as Mace Windu in the Star Wars prequel trilogy, Jackson made a unique request. He wanted a purple lightsaber so he could find himself in the massive battle scenes on screen. This small detail turned Windu into one of the most beloved characters in the galaxy far, far away, introducing Jackson to a younger generation of fans. Nick Fury, the architect of the Avengers. In 2002, Marvel Comics redesigned the character of Nick Fury in the Ultimates universe to look exactly like Samuel L. Jackson. Years later, when the MCU was born, there was only one man who could play the part. Jackson's post-credits cameo in Iron Man 2008 changed the trajectory of cinema history. By appearing in over a dozen Marvel films and series, he became the glue that held the $30 billion franchise together. The methodology of work. Jackson is famous for his prolific nature. With over 150 film credits, he rarely says no to a role that interests him. Whether it's a high-concept thriller like Snakes on a Plane, an animated classic like The Incredibles, Frozone, or a gritty drama, Jackson brings a specific energy that fans have come to expect. He is often cited as the highest-grossing actor of all time, cumulative box office, a testament not just to his talent, but to his work ethic. He doesn't just act. He inhabits the screen in a way that makes every scene feel like an event. The legacy of Sam Jackson. Today, Samuel L. Jackson stands as a titan of the industry. He has transitioned from a struggling theater actor in Atlanta to a global icon whose presence alone can greenlight a multi-million-dollar project. His journey is a powerful reminder that it is never too late to reinvent yourself. He overcame the systemic barriers of the Jim Crow South, the internal demons of addiction, and the ageism of Hollywood to become the ultimate franchise king. As the ET Vault shows us, the journey wasn't just about the movies. It was about a man who refused to be anything less than legendary. Samuel L. Jackson isn't just a part of movie history. He is movie history.